In the nature and power of Allah, the master of spiritual insight and perceivable moral truths, I rise to give all praises due to Allah, and I give honor to His holy and illustrious prophets, messengers, guides, and angels in training. This is Angel in Training TV, November 30th, 2015. We are here in the Aboriginal Republic of North America class outside dealing with,
Princess Ali.
and we here now dealing with a health master, one who has studied health and is able to now propagate the teachings as has been instructed by Dr. Ali Muhammad. So,
Check my bag.
Peace to the gods and the goddesses. One of the questions he asked me today was about yeast, and I just would like to just impart a little bit of information to you. Yeast is not something that we want to have. A lot of times you have people that are vegetarians and that are vegans, but you know, they are the most unhealthiest people on the planet because we substitute meat for soy and yeast and things like that. And so that's why the #1 cancer group in the country are vegans. And so whenever you substitute something that is not natural with something that was natural, then you have to understand that we are natural people, we are organic people, we are organic entities. And so when you mix inorganic opportunities with organic opportunities, the negative will override the positive. So yeast causes a lot of challenges in your body. For women, they would get a yeast infection, also known as candida, also known as it could go as far as being an STD, getting gonorrhea. They have the same symptoms as syphilis. And so whenever you are injecting yourself with something that is not organic, then you are possibly allowing the parasites to have a field day because they like inorganic stuff.
Let's get to that, parasite.
And yes, I treat people all the time. I'm a naturopathic doctor by trade, and I treat people all the time for parasites. Parasites can be killed within 12 hours. But the way that I treat people for parasites, they come out in the stool. If you take the treatment that night, the next morning you're going to have a bed of parasites in your commode. They're going to be dead, and they sit there for years if you don't remove them. And another thing is that they have eggs that they lay inside of your organs, inside of your tissues, inside of your cells. And so you want to make sure that you don't eat things that are not organic. So there's no tree that yeast grows on. So you can just eliminate those things by deducting if it's natural or if it's not. Can it grow in the ground? And now we have GMOs that are genetically modified objects that are grown in the lab. And it may look like a tomato, but you can smell a real tomato. When you've handled the real, you can tell the fake a mile away. And so I, growing up as a country girl down south in South Carolina, whenever I see a tomato, I can smell it, even if it has a fake vine on it.
Right.
You can tell. You cut it open, one side has 15,000 seeds, and the other side has one big seed and a fisheye in the middle.
Hello. There's a problem with that.
They're selling that at Whole Foods. Whole Foods are gangsters. They own Staples. They put the fire to the feet of Gary Null, who would not succumb. He's a white abolitionist, and he had the first Whole Food store. He has the only Whole Food store, as far as I'm concerned, in the city. And so when he would not succumb to them, they said, we can't beat them, let's join them. And then they created the Whole Foods. But Whole Foods is a very unhealthy grocery store. And Trader Joe's is worse. Because
and they're more expensive. Go ahead, sister.
And they sell you horse shit. Because if they
And say it's
sell
organic.
Soy products are cancer causing. Soy causes cancer. sugar is the #1 food for parasite, which is cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And so if they're selling that bullshit to you, then whenever you go to the doctor, they're going to find something. You can't walk into a hospital and walk away
Is that Africa Bambaataa?
without, giving up an artery, giving up an organ, or something like that. So what you have to do is you have to heed. And so that's my spiel for the day. And I hope you learned something. But just remember, if you take away anything from what I told you today, if it doesn't grow in the ground, it's not real. Peace.
Peace. Thank you very much for your discussion, for that quick discourse. And if you don't mind, I would like to get a part 2 where I'll just ask you some questions, if that's fine.
Sure.
All right.